Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I'm here with the next track from the Normal album by Will Wood, and it's called Memento Mori, the most important thing in the world. The next track and the last track, actually. So we've gone through the whole album, which has been amazing. It's been a really good journey. Thank you to all the viewers who have commented and sent in their interpretations, etc. It's been great, and the Will Wood community has been fantastic. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Just hit that little subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and liked videos and commented, shared videos, used YouTube. Super thanks. And bumped up your request as well. Check in the description. There's a way to do that. Just buy me a coffee and you get your request a lot quicker. Of course, with Will Wood, we've been going through this album track by track. I will look at the lyrics afterwards. I've pulled them up, got them ready to go, but I haven't heard the song yet. So really looking forward to this one, the last one on the album. In the description, I will put a link to Will Wood's channel so that you can go there and subscribe and like and look around, see what else is there and support the artist. Very, very important. And also a link to my playlist for Will Wood if you want to see all my reactions in one place. All right, let's go with Memento Mori, the most important thing in the world. I'll find out what that is.
One day you'll look up at the ceiling above. If you're lucky, you'll be surrounded by the ones that you love. When the lights in your eyes fade and life flashes by, one day you're going to die. One day.
I like the sort of cheerful, almost crooner type music going on, and then, one day you're going to die. There's often that contrast with Will Wood between the music, which is amazing, the musicality, and the content of the lyrics. And also, he's got a really good voice. I really like Will's voice.
If you're lucky, you'll be surrounded by the ones that you love. When the lights in your eyes fade and life flashes by, one day you're going to die. One day you'll sleep and you'll never wake again. Heaven, hell, nirvana, nothing, no one knows how it ends. Rest in peace or pieces and won't even know why. One day you're going to die. Read your horoscopes, your palms and tarot cards, but either way your destination ain't very far. You can drown or choke or burn or be hit by a car. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but something will eventually. One day you'll look back at the life that you led. No more future left to fear, that you'll have the past to regret. But your worries will be over if you truly realize one day you're going to die. Take it away, hand.
Facts. Just gonna back up a little bit. Yeah, amazing piano work here, and it sounds like a saxophone in behind there. There's something.
Fabric of time and in the vastness of space, a billion amounts to nothing in infinity's face. At most a couple generations will remember the ways in which your life never mattered. So who cares if it's a waste? Well, one day you'll be not even a faint memory. No, and most it goes to falling leaf from your family tree. Your legacy's not yours to see, nor is your eulogy. In mind that everything and everyone goes with the passage of time. So whether it's cancer, murder, or suicide, one day you're going to die. No need to fear the planets. Here you won't be alive. Try not to think about it. One day you're going to die, and there's probably nothing after. One day you're going to die. So if you only have one chance, you ought to try your best to live as you like. One day you're going to die.
Yeah. All right, a little bit of sort of crazy laughter there, but also just very cheerful, very upbeat, and almost, well, not almost, but you want to join in, with singing the song about your death. So I like that contrast, that paradox there. But very, very interesting. I did catch a lot of the lyrics throughout, but I don't like stopping and stopping and stopping, so I still find it better to go over the lyrics sometimes. With a lot of songs, with love songs and other songs, it's not always necessary because they're so clear, they're so obvious, it's not really necessary. But with Will Wood, he packs a lot in. This one doesn't have as much, and it's a shorter song than some of the others, but there's still some worthwhile things to talk about, I think. So I'm going to look at the lyrics in a moment. Great musicality, love the piano. There's some horns and things going on in there too, really good. And Will's voice, of course, got pretty strident and chaotic near the end, but at the beginning started off as a kind of crooner. Really, really well done. If you're not staying for the lyrics, don't forget to like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel and Will Wood's channel. But I hope you'll stick around for the lyrics. Let's have a look now. All right, here we are. Memento Mori, the most important thing in the world, Will Wood. One day you'll look up at the ceiling above. If you're lucky, you'll be surrounded by the ones that you love. When the lights in your eyes fade and life flashes by, one day you're going to die. Um, True enough, we all die. Uh, your life flashes by, of course, the old idea of, in your last few moments, all of your life flashes. I'm not so sure that that's true, but it's an idea. One day you'll sleep and you'll never wake again. Heaven, hell, nirvana, nothing. No one knows how it ends. Rest in peace or pieces and won't even know why. One day you're going to die. A bit morbid there. Rest in peace or pieces. Depends on how you're going to die, I suppose. Read your horoscopes, your palms, and tarot cards, but either way, your destination ain't very far. You could drown or choke or burn or be hit by a car. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but something will eventually. Yeah, so you may go through a lot of different things in your life. You may be looking for answers through your palm readings and tarot cards and horoscopes, or you might have one of those old dusty books that was written a long, long time ago and then translated and translated and translated and translated, and you might be depending on that. Good luck. Um, you're still gonna die, and one way or another. I got hit by a car, but I didn't die, so maybe next time. Better luck next time. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but something will eventually. Yeah, another saying that is used a lot. What doesn't kill you makes you. It's not always true. Sometimes, you know, you get weaker and weaker, and then you eventually die. But nevertheless, one day you'll look back at the life that you led. No more future left to fear. That you'll have the past to regret, but your worries will be over if you truly realize one day you're going to die. Um, yeah, take it away, hands. In the fabric of time and in the vastness of space, a billion amounts to nothing in infinity's face. At most, a couple of generations will remember the ways in which your life never mattered. So who cares if it's a waste? Um, there's a certain comfort in knowing that there's a certain dread. I think most people just go with the dread and the fear and everything of death, and there's a certain natural component to that too. Of course, our bodies are geared to live, generally speaking, but also psychologically in our minds, the way that we think about death um, affects us traumatically sometimes. And yet there's a certain comfort in knowing that, it will end, and all of the pain and suffering will end. And if you've done something wrong, or something you're ashamed of or whatever, you know what? Well, to be honest, it's probably not going to be remembered even while you're alive because most people are paying attention to themselves, not you. But but after you're dead, it really won't last for very long. That doesn't mean you should go around doing bad things. I think there's good reasons, um, uh, for doing the right thing and working positively in a society and all, while it lasts. I don't want to give the wrong impression that you should just go out and do whatever you want, but but there is a certain comfort level in knowing that some of your all of your mistakes, and whether you've achieved a lot or you haven't achieved a lot, it won't matter. And he's sort of channeling Marcus Aurelius here. I'm fairly certain Will Wood's been reading some Marcus Aurelius actually by the lyrics in this song in particular. Um, yeah, it it doesn't matter how famous you are or how infamous you are. Uh, you end up as dust. You end up as ashes. You end up in the dirt, whatever. You know, that's where you end up eventually. Um, yeah. I sometimes take comfort in that looking around the world today at certain uh, leaders who create wars and cause so much suffering. And I think I don't wish it on them, but I know it will happen. So there's the comfort level. He won't last forever. Well, one day you'll be not even a faint memory. No, at most a ghost or falling leaf from your family tree. Your legacy's not yours to see, nor is your eulogy, and you'll never know what it all means. Yeah, exactly. A ghost, well, I don't believe in ghosts, but okay. A falling leaf from your family tree. Yeah, you do family trees. I've done my family tree and my wife's family tree. It's interesting to a point, and then you realize just how little you know about the people. Maybe you can get to your grandparents and then not much before that. You get names and numbers, things like that, but yeah, we don't know these people. Your legacy is not yours to see. Yeah, you don't know what will happen after. You're not there for your eulogy, but you'll be at peace before you sleep if you just keep this in mind that everything and everyone goes with the passage of time. Again, Marcus Aurelius there. So whether it's cancer, murder, or suicide, one day you're going to die. No need to fear because when it's here, you won't be alive. Try not to think about it. One day you're going to die, and there's probably nothing after it. One day you're going to die. So if you only have one chance, you ought to try your best to live as you like. Exactly. One day you're going to die. That's that's exactly what I believe. It's not exactly how I live, however. I have to keep reminding myself that I ought to be enjoying the present. I ought to be enjoying, even when sort of bad things happen, and there's been a lot lately that hasn't been great. Um, you know what? At least I'm still alive and I'm still walking, more or less. I'm hobbling right now, but um, that'll pass one way or the other, and and things will move on. So uh, definitely some things to think about here. There's a lot more that could be said, but I don't want to ramble on forever. Yeah, lots of things you don't know. You don't know what you're, well, like sometimes you know probably what you're going to die of if you've been diagnosed, you know, but sometimes even that isn't what takes you out. Sometimes something else sneaks up on you, so you can never be absolutely certain. And only the people that are left know because you'll be gone. Um, It can be morbid, it can be sad, it can be frightening for some people. I think particularly for young people. Certainly I was a lot more concerned about it when I thought about it when I was young, but then I didn't think about it a lot when you're young, because when you're young you think well, they say you think you're going to live forever. I don't think I ever thought that. I think I always was conscious that that wouldn't be the case, but there seems to be so much time, so you don't think about it all the time. But when I did, I remember being, as a really young child, I remember being afraid of dying. And I saw animals die. I grew up on a farm, so and that sort of. Then I realized the connection and thought, that's not so great. But it didn't take me too long to start understanding that it's just a natural progression of things, and so you should try to hold on and grab what you can in this world. And I think that's why another reason why it's good to be more positive and not just go out there doing random horrible things because it doesn't matter anyway. That's where some people think you're going to go if you don't have some religion. No, this doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes far more sense for me to be kind and generous and helpful and work within the society that is also hopefully going to return those things to me most of the time at least. And that works better for the time I have. And maybe I'll have 80, 90, 100 years. I'm not too sure if I want to go that far, but we'll see. It starts to move up as you get older. You start thinking, well, that's not that old, and then you keep moving the bar up. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to ramble. Now I'm rambling. Let me know what you think of the song, the lyrics, the music, Will Wood, in general, whatever. Also, let me know what else you'd like me to react to. I'll add it to my regular list if you want to bump it up and get it within days instead of months. Check in the description. There's a way to do that. Also, in the description is a link to Will Wood's channel, so you can go and subscribe and like and support the artist. Very, very important. Don't forget to subscribe here. Like the video if you did, all of those fun things. Until next time, stay alive if you can, try to enjoy it. Maybe take some comfort in the idea that, sometimes you make a few flubs or say something you shouldn't or whatever, and instead of worrying about it and getting all upset for weeks and months over what's probably a fairly small thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People aren't probably going to remember it now, and they're certainly not going to remember it once you're gone. So there is a sort of weird comfort level there. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.